Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I want to start by saying I thank your father for his righteous fight, and that culminated in the vote of the people that created our Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission. And it's in that spirit that I really want to encourage everybody that we should stick with that. And I want to start by saying what this is not about. It is not about Texas. And actually, you all just conceded that by your vote this morning when you amended ACA 8 to take out Texas as a condition. And that this bill that you are voting on right now doesn't have Texas as a condition and commits California to going back to gerrymandering. And you should really think twice before you go ahead and do that today. It's about power. We know that. It's about power on both sides. Rigging congressional districts to get partisan results. That's what a gerrymander is. Now, the governor says it's about fighting fire with fire. And what I want to submit to you all today is that fighting fire with fire is the problem. It's not the solution. President Trump is fighting fire with fire. He saw how government was weaponized against him with a Democratic majority in Washington, D.C. in his first term. He saw how states like Illinois and Massachusetts, Hawaii, have severely gerrymandered their congressional districts in ways that ensure more Democratic members are elected. And he seeks to do the same thing in Texas. He is wrong to do so. Let me repeat again. He is wrong to do so. Gavin is fighting fire with fire. So now he's pushing this redistricting plan, this Gavin-Mander, illegally, against the Constitution, as we pointed out time and time again in the committee hearing, well, the one committee hearing we had on policy grounds. He's violating the Constitution and the clear will of the voters who've already spoken twice. We really don't need to ask them a third time, guys. Twice, they told us they want independent redistricting, fair representation. Where does it end? You move forward today, and you have the power to do so. You can do that. And Gavin can move forward. He's a governor. He has the power. Greg Abbott has the power in Texas. You move forward fighting fire with fire, what happens? You burn it all down. And in this case, it affects our most fundamental American principle, representation. Wasn't that the battle cry of our founding forebears? No taxation without representation. But the people's right to representation is exactly what will be sacrificed when we continue down this road. When after you do it, Missouri does it, or Indiana does it, Colorado's talking about doing it. At the end of that, the parties will determine who represents, and the people will be powerless to elect their own representatives. And we've already seen evidence of that in how some of these districts are proposed to be drawn. There's really only one way to stop it. Someone has to refrain from striking back and show a better way. And with that, I would like permission to read some very wise words that I think will be familiar.
Without objection.
You have heard it said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the one who is evil. But if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also.
30 seconds.
You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be the sons of your Father who is in heaven. For he makes the sun rise on the evil and the good, and he sends rain on the just and the unjust. You therefore must be perfect, as your heavenly Father is perfect. Today I'm submitting to you, let us turn the other cheek. Let us show the better way. What more powerful statement will we have if Republicans and Democrats together said, enough is enough? We're not going to do this. And Texas, you shouldn't do it either.
Thank you, Leader Gallagher.
And one last point. I'm sorry. Our democracy will persist as long as we fight back. And if there is one weakness that we have right now in our republic, is that legislators are not standing up to executives of their own party.
Thank you, Leader Gallagher.
And that's what we need to do
Leader
today.
Gallagher. Thank you, Leader Gallagher. Assemblymember